Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys.
Boom, boom, boom. This is Jared and I'm back. Hey guys, man, I am so excited to do this show tonight. We're going to get it popping. All right. Tonight we've got a great show. I'm super excited. All right. This guest has great energy. All right. And man, you gotta share this. All right. Please don't be stingy, because this is going to be a show you're not going to forget. All right. So this is going to change us. This is what this show does. All right. You know what time it is. All right. I'm Jared A. Brown, the host of the Warriors Quest show. All right. And tonight I've got a great kidney warrior as a guest. All right. I'm Marcelo Pena. I've got him on, and I'm going to bring him on, and we're going to talk about some great things. All right. Seriously, we're going to talk about how he is advocating, how he is acting as a kidney health coach. We're going to be talking about so many different things, but this guy is going to really get you excited about being healthy. All right. So, man, I'm going to do it. I'm going to bring this guy on, and I want, please, a very, very warm Warrior Show welcome for Marcelo. Here we go. All right. VIP intro right here. Boom. boom, boom. Hey.
I love it, dude. You gave me energy. I thank you so much for that intro. That was amazing.
Oh, you're welcome, man. I'm super excited to have you on. Like I said, man, I've seen you on Facebook groups, and I've looked at your Instagram, your TikTok, your YouTube, and I'm excited to have you on. So, man,
Yes,
let's let's get this going. All right, let's rock this tonight. Are you ready?
absolutely. Let's get it, dude. There's so much to
All
talk
right,
about.
let's get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so let's introduce you a little bit. I'm going to put you solo while I do that, and
Mhm.
let's tell the Warriors Quest Show followers, or let's tell them where you're from. All right,
Absolutely.
give them a little bit, and let's not give them everything all at once, because we got some good stuff to talk about, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. You just interject when I go too much. You stop me. So it's
All right, brother. Okay, let's do this. Let's get it.
so yeah. I'm Marcelo Pena, aka Cello Effect. And for the ones that don't know, I've been fighting kidney disease for most of my life. I've been on dialysis. I'm going on 22 years of dialysis. So my anniversary is actually going to be on December 2nd of this year. Will mark the 22 years that I've been doing treatment. I've done PD, chemo, you name it, I've done it. I've had a kidney transplant. That didn't really work out due to FSGS. And I mean, I've experienced a lot when it comes to this end stage renal disease world and the whole gamut of things. So now that I do what I do, I share with people, my audience, how I transform my life doing esoteric practices like breathing, really paying attention to diet, our thoughts, and just how to really manifest the life that we want. And this is what I'm doing. I'm always just sharing and being as much of an inspiration to my kidney community and honestly the world that I can be, because I've learned over the years that our spirit, who we are, we're strong enough to combat any problem, any illness. You're stronger than this. So don't ever identify with chronic illness or kidney disease as that is you, because that is not you. You are way more than that. So I'm here to just share what I've done.
Awesome. That is powerful. It's so powerful.
Thank you.
That is so powerful, man. You're right, though, and I love it. I love your energy, brother. I want to keep that energy because this show is all about encouragement. It's about hope, and this is what we're going to do tonight. We're going to give people encouragement, give them hope and inspiration.
Absolutely.
All right, so I'm using Restream, and with Restream, the reason why I love Restream is that I can show the chat on the side of the screen right here, brother. So he's asking right here, what modality are you currently on? I think he's talking about, what type of dialysis you do, whether it's PD or home hemo or center.
I've been doing home hemodialysis for the last 5 years, about 6 years, 5-6 years. And yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I did PD when I first started, but right now,
okay,
yeah, for sure.
All right. And was that presented to you at an early sort of? I mean, you've been doing this for 2 decades, but when did they present this to you in regard to what mode would be good for you?
Well, when everything started to go like down south, right? They first wanted to void dialysis. So we started with the kidney transplant and we went that route first, but because of my FSGS, I was diagnosed with focal segmental glomerulosclerosis on my birthday, on March 21st, 1996.
On your birthday?
Birthday, brother. Yeah, I was 10 years old.
Oh my gosh.
And I got diagnosed on my birthday, man. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That is not
crazy.
A good birthday gift.
It's like a movie. You know what I'm saying? It's
right. It does sound like a movie.
Yeah. So I actually got diagnosed with that on my birthday. They did the biopsy and all that. And so first was transplant, but because the FSGS was so aggressive, it destroyed my mother's kidney, like within a few months. And then they went to the modality of let's start him off on peritoneal dialysis first. Yeah.
Wow. So after transplant, the FSGS started attacking your transplanted kidney.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, my mother, look, man, I always say my mother gave me life twice, because as soon as they said he's gonna need a kidney transplant, she was the first one to jump in the line of fire. And she's like, take mine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
My mama.
Wow.
My mama.
That is so cool. I mean, man, how did that? I mean, obviously, your own mother. We always have well, I say always. We generally always have a special bond with our mothers. But when she stepped up like that, what kind of, how did that cement your bond after that? Did it make you guys even closer?
Of course. The crazy thing is, and this is, some people might be able to resonate with this, but I was 13 when I had my transplant. I wasn't really big on cooking or anything like that.
Yeah.
My mom's a Mexican woman, straight from Zacatecas, Mexico, And when I got the transplant, I was always in the kitchen. I started to become like her. I took on some of her traits. And, dude, that's where I learned a lot of my chef skills. You know what I'm saying? So,
all right. So you started learning how to work in the kitchen, at an early age, then, huh?
Yeah, I think it was because of her kidney that was inside of me. I was starting to become like her a little bit, and it was the prednisone.
Yeah. Okay. I've heard, and the prednisone. Yeah, but I've heard that before, that sometimes the traits get transferred, when you get that transplanted kidney. I've heard that. That's interesting. Yeah. So Jonathan's giving you a shout out right here. I love Jonathan Traylor, man. He's a good guy.
That's my boy. Yeah, me and Jonathan are going to be working together on some stuff soon. Be on the lookout for sure.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, we've got some great people. Lisa Baxter, all right, is watching. She's a kidney warrior herself, from Brooklyn, New York. Yeah.
Shout out. Yeah.
Yep. Thank you for watching, Lisa. All right. So at 13, got a transplant, and then FSGS started, working and attacking it. And how long after, did you go into rejection from your mother's transplanted kidney? Was it a year? Did it even last that long? Or,
I probably went, I would say maybe almost a year, about 8 to 9 months. Doctors never said anything about reoccurrence. They always told us, make sure you take your medication, because the rejection medicine is very important. You don't want the kidney to reject. So, we were always very disciplined in always taking the medicine, even though I didn't like the side effects of the CellCept and the prednisone. It made me very crazy, it's weird. But anyways, literally about 6-7 months into it, you know how you got to get blood tests and go to the doctor every few weeks. They started to notice that the transplanted kidney was losing function, and they're like, "Whoa, that's not a good sign. Why is it doing that so fast?"
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, man. I would say about 6-7 months in, they were like, "Yeah, this is not working." So what we think is happening is the FSGS that hurt your original kidneys is so aggressive. Now it's going into your mom's kidney, and it took it out pretty quickly. Yeah, I never really got to feel what it was like to have a kidney.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was rough.
That sounds like it could be very emotionally discouraging too, which sounds like, with a little encouragement, I think God helps us kind of learn from our trials. And how did this help you become what you're becoming, or what you are now? Was this kind of a stepping stone of leading to your transformation, so to speak?
Yes. I mean, honestly, you put that very, very beautifully together. That now, when I look back in retrospect, that's 100% what that was. But I didn't see that at the time. I was just a baby. I was so young.
Yeah.
And I didn't really realize, to be honest with you, it took a very long time for me to get to that point of realization of stop thinking that this was a curse, and how can I just change the narrative of my story? How can I
Mm-hmm.
stop complaining and stop thinking that I'm the victim, because I know that I'm not. I can do something about it. I always felt that I could do something about it. So my mind was never to just sit down and get attacked. It was to
Blame
fight back.
or
Yeah.
Mhm.
It was to do something, to you know what I'm saying, to do something. And
Take action.
take action, massive action. And I did, you know. And I'm not gonna lie, it got very dark. It wasn't easy, you know, it wasn't easy, but when you have the will to want to live, and not even just for yourself, but for your
Amen.
family, for your friends,
Right.
to
All
serve.
your loved ones. Yeah.
Mhm.
So in those dark times, what was some of the things that you used to kind of refuel yourself or re-energize yourself and get past those? Because dark times are, dark,
Yeah,
and sometimes, it can take days, it can take weeks, sometimes months to get through those periods. What have you used, whether it's music or, or what are some things, that helped you kind of get through those tough times?
of course. And you know, it's kind of difficult kind of sharing exactly how it was for me for so long, because now everyone sees this upbeat Marcelo Cello effect, you know, always with energy and happy. But I'm telling
Vibrant,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, Jared, from the time I was 13, since that transplant till I was 30, 31 years old, even till 2019, I was literally in the hospital every month of my life. I never
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, I never had a 3 consecutive days of me feeling okay, because I was always doing in-center dialysis, or there was always an infection or surgery
Yeah.
going on.
Okay.
And I was never able to bounce back, because some your audience might be able to agree with me on this or feel where I'm coming from, because as soon as I would feel okay and like a semi-normal, I had to drive myself back to that machine in center. I would always have to drive
Wow.
back and be reset, you know? So it would be so dark. And in the beginning, the way I would cope, to be honest, would be prescribed medication and drugs. Like for real, it was that bad. I couldn't, you know, and it went deep, dark, dark, dark. But then when it got so dark, it gets
Wow.
dark when you start to feel and see death. You become very familiar with that. And
Mhm.
yo, I'm telling you, man, there's what, like, people like to talk, like whatever, but when you actually see death and you're like, it's so cold, it's so lonely, it's
Cha
so dark.
changes you.
You're not ready. I wasn't ready, and I can sit here right now
Yeah.
with all my face and say I was not ready for that, and I prayed so much. And what came to me was, if you want to control your anxiety and you want to control your the stress response and inflammation in the body, you know, I Googled and I learned how to do that naturally. So that was like one of the first things that I found. And it was through
Okay.
breathing exercise, correct breathing, right? And of course, music. You know, I'm an artist. So be on the lookout. Cello Effects coming out with an album, a 5-track album called Manifestation. That should be coming
Love
out.
it, love it.
Yeah. So I was just talking to Mr. Kidney earlier today, and I was showing him some music. And man, we're working.
Alright.
It's just straight up creative flow. So music,
Oh,
breathing, ice
uh-huh.
baths, getting in that cold ice water, and really
Yeah.
strengthening up your immune system. It got me back to a state of balance and ease, and not dis-ease. So, you know, that's why I'm here, and really taking it slow, and understanding what the body is, and myself, you know, understanding myself first and foremost. So yeah, there's a lot to it, man, but we can do it. Like, we can straight up do this. We can change the
Nice.
world.
We can change the world. So,
Mm.
man, I'm excited because this comment I really like, and I'm gonna kind of
Oh
we're
wow.
gonna we're gonna spotlight this comment because uh,
Same.
Bella is phenomenal. Bella Langston, I can't say enough about Bella. She's so strong, retired police officer. You put
Nice.
something in front of her and tell her she can't do it, and she does it.
I love that.
She's amazing, and
Strong woman, yeah.
she yes, she is. And on the Urban Health Outreach Media Network, I produce a show for her called Bella's Hope Healing.
Mhm.
And she has FSGS as well, brother. And she's saying right here, listen, read this. I mean, this is
I
just
read it.
crazy.
That's on
Yeah,
the weekend. That's
yeah.
crazy.
Commonality, you know?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It's,
commonality. That's
is she,
awesome.
I don't know if she's on dialysis or not, or she just got diagnosed.
She has had a transplant for almost 16 years now, so she's a transplant recipient for almost 16 years. But
Mhm.
she obviously still has FSGS
Got
because
you.
that doesn't go away.
Yeah.
So, man, that it's just I just find it so supportive when we find that there are things that we have in common. Because
Yeah.
you know, when that happens, you know, we're not alone. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And when we feel like we're not alone, we're strong. You know, we're united that way, right?
I love that. And honestly, I love what you're doing because for most of my life, I never had this. I never had this. And I was a baby doing dialysis in center. I was always the baby of the clinic, you know?
Yeah, because you've been doing this for 20 years, 22 years. Is that right?
22 years.
I
22
mean,
years.
yeah,
Yeah.
there's oh my gosh, I can only try to imagine what that would be like, but I can imagine that if you're going in, all right, even at your age now, you're probably one of the youngest,
Yeah.
and you're probably going in there and seeing seniors, you know, elderly people, and you know, and that's a lot of kidney warriors that I talk to. That plays on their psyche a little bit
Of
because
course.
you know, they're not sometimes just not finding people that look like them, you know what I mean? And it makes them feel out of place.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Well, let's get to this a little bit more because you've got so much. So you've been through so much.
Yeah.
I mean, drug addiction is not easy,
Mm.
and you know, power to you, honestly, because some people some people don't get through it, you
Yeah.
know, and then the thing breathing exercise really interests me. Let's expound on that just a little bit and how that was introduced to you because I just find that so interesting.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So it got to a point where I was on very hardcore medications. I was on 2 milligrams of Xanax, 2 milligrams of Klonopin, 10 milligrams of oxycodone. I was on heavy narcotics, and
Hmm.
I wasn't myself. And mind you, I got put on 2 milligram Klonopin after my transplant because I was very depressed. So I was
Sure,
13 years old on 2 milligrams of Klonopin. So
help
I
you with anxiety.
Yeah, all of my life I was on these medications, on these
Yeah.
benzodiazepines. So it was about 2017, and I mean, my nervous system was shot. I was not sleeping. Restless leg syndrome was rapid. I was just destroyed. There's some footage of me back in 2015, 2014, and I was a completely different person, man. I really was. I was so hurt. So I didn't want to keep feeling like this. And I went to numerous doctors and I said, please, what else can we do? I don't want to keep taking antidepressants. It's making me crazy. I don't like the way it's making me feel. And I just remember my
Hmm.
doctors were always just saying, we have to just keep trying something until it works. I was like, and then at that point,
Okay.
I was on medications for so long and I kept getting admitted and discharged from hospitals to the point where in my chart, the doctors put that I was drug seeking. And that was just,
What?
yeah, they put that in my
What?
chart. Yeah. And it got very bad
Wow.
with the system. So I got to the point,
Why would they do that? Why?
yeah, look, this in 2019, I had a very bad preparation where my intestines exploded inside of me. And this is the paperwork
What?
from that one time. This is it. And in this
Wow.
paperwork, it shows how many medications I was on. I was on like 20 different pills. And this is just from one procedure, surgery / situation where I had to wear an ostomy bag for 3
Is
months.
that not including your like anti-rejection pills? Because this was after you rejected, right?
So yeah, that was actually the rejection pills was when I was 13 years old. When the
Right.
intestines exploded, it was in 2019.
Oh my
I was just a
gosh.
couple of years ago, and it
Wow.
honestly it almost killed me, brother. I had
Wow.
scars and everything. I had to have an
Wow.
ostomy bag, you know. So my heart.
Wow.
Look, anybody that deals with dialysis and ostomy bag, I know some people. My heart goes
Wow.
out to you. I understand that world. It's crazy, but
That is just shocking.
yeah. I'm gonna let that sink in a little bit.
Seriously, I just can't imagine,
Yeah.
with that exploding and then having oh my gosh.
Well,
So
well, the reason why it happened was because when I moved, because I was living in Houston in 2014 for a few years prior to that. I came back because a plan was to move back to Hawaii. I was gonna move to Hawaii. That's a whole nother story. But what that didn't fall, that fell through, and then I became very depressed, and I was, in and out the hospitals. And then I remember I went to the hospital. I actually got the flu vaccine, and because of
okay,
getting the flu vaccine gave me the flu, the worst flu I've
I've
ever
heard
had
that,
in my
yeah.
life, right?
All right.
And because that happened, I got C. diff. I was in
What
the
is that?
hospital. So C. difficile, that's basically it's like a little bacteria type of infection that
Mhm.
if you get it, honestly, you cannot stop going to the bathroom. You cannot stop throwing up.
Wow.
And there's some people that have died from this because it's just a nonstop. I think I dropped down all the way from like 150 pounds to 110. I was dying.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
I was dying.
Wow.
It got so bad, Jared. I'm giving you the exclusive.
That is
Yeah, it got so bad I had to have a fecal transplant.
I was
So
just gonna say, I bet you were, like, dehydrating and
dying. Yeah.
wow.
So that all of that, and I mean, because I had so many infections and C. diff after C. diff, it was not going away. It literally was from 2015 all the way till 2018, and then I had to have a fecal transplant in between that time.
Okay.
But because of all that antibiotics and pain medicine and Phenergan, because I was always in the hospital, it destroyed the gut. It destroyed.
Wow.
So
Yeah, I can only wow. I mean, your body was constantly going and attacking and defending itself.
yeah, 100%.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Sometimes I don't. When I sit back and I tell these stories and I remember them, I even like surprise myself because it's like, dang, I did experience that. Like that's rough. And it's one thing to say it now, like I'm okay, but it's so freaking scary, dude, when it's happening, you don't know what's happening, and
It's
then the
nuts.
doctors are like, "I'm sorry, we don't know. We have you might not make it, Marcelo." And it's like a movie, man. My life is
It
like
does sound like a movie. Yeah. It does sound like a movie. That is wow. I don't know that I've ever heard that sort of journey before from anyone. Any sort of story like that.
yeah. I mean, that's why I'm here. Like what? Let me ask you, what's the point of me like hiding behind closed doors? Like people need to hear this. They need to
Yeah.
know that because I know that there's people going through those hells, and I know how
Yes.
you feel. Like I know how you feel. You know,
Yes. Yes.
I'm here for y'all, for real.
Mhm. Absolutely. There are people every day that are going through darkness. They're going through anxiety. They're going through depression. They're going through bouts of dark thoughts that may lead to actions later. And
Mm,
um, I, l- I'm so glad. All right, that you're on this show so that and I really appreciate you expressing yourself and telling this story because
mm,
we you never know brother who could be listening who's going through a dark time right now, and this literally could be giving somebody inspiration. This could be inspiring somebody who is battling with some sort of emotional sort of problem,
yeah.
and it's real, it happens, and seriously, mad respect. I really appreciate you doing this, seriously.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to to share my story. And sometimes it does get dark, so I have to reel myself back in, because I mean, but to be honest with you, Jared, I'm just sharing the real, like what I experienced, what I went through, and what those dark thoughts were like, you know, because it's very real, you know. Sometimes you just want somebody to be able to listen to you, you know, and like just say that I understand, and I do.
Right. Right. That is really important. I think as humans, we want to be understood. We want people to listen, and when we don't get that, it's, you know, it can be very you know, it can create an isolation. And again, I want everyone who's ever had anything remotely similar to this to chat, to comment in the chat section. And if you feel just as inspired as I am, that this guy should be commended for still being here right now, through the grace of God and any other deity or power that you believe in. All right, he's overcome. And so please put it in the comment section. Let's hear your words and how you feel about what he's talking about. Um, let's get united, and let's I want to see the comments just get on fire here in the comment section, please. All right, so Shell Allen, thanks for watching. Bella, you've got some great comments. She's talking about, you know, that's the amazing thing about the body. It will fight till the end. So the breathing thing and what has led to what you're doing now, when did that kind of first get introduced to you? Was that just within the last year, 2 years, or when did you first learn about the breathing and the manifestation and things of that nature?
So I was, as far as manifestation and like esoteric stuff, you know, like tarot card, all that stuff, I learned about that probably, I got really more into it around 2010. Okay. But
All
when I
right.
started breathing, it was around 2016, 2017. And it was around the time and I was on all these medications, and death was around, like right there. I could feel it and see it. And I didn't want to keep taking medicine. And I told my doctor, I was like, no, you have to listen to me. I'm not going to keep trying all of these antidepressants. You know, she's like, well, we have to do something. And I say, no. So then I just went inward, and I went to Google literally and YouTube, and I typed in how to relieve anxiety naturally.
Yes.
First,
Love it.
I found this yogi. It was like a yogi type of guy. And he was talking about doing certain breath work, like that's basically panting like a dog.
Okay.
Closing your mouth. So let's do it real quick.
All right. Okay.
Close your mouth. And do that, but close your mouth. And then you would just you like pump the navel. And what that's doing is it's strengthening up the diaphragmatic muscles, right? And he was mentioning all this stuff.
I feel it. I felt a distinct difference. I mean, that's powerful.
It's huge. Most people breathe a very stressful breath, which is when they take a breath, they usually, their shoulders go up and it's very up, you know, in the upper lungs. But the thing is, the lungs are massive. They're huge. They extend all the way to the back and to the bowels. So that's, you know, that's power. That's life force energy. It's the chi. It's the mana. It's all the, again, the life force energy that all these cultures talk about, right?
Right.
So I learned about it because I wanted to get away from anxiety. I always used to wake up just, I was like a puppy with his heart quivering because it was just always anxious. And when I started to do these exercises, I learned it from the yogi guy first, right?
Okay.
And I kept wanting to learn more. So then I found this man named Wim Hof.
No way. I've heard of this dude.
I love
Isn't he? He's like from Europe, right? He's
Yes.
yeah. One of my coworkers, who's a great friend of mine, talks about this guy, and my coworker does practice his. Yeah, he practices what he does. He found him on YouTube, and there's this technique that that my coworker does that that he found when that he that he learned how to do from this guy on YouTube, where he takes an extremely cold shower.
Oh, look, tune in to what me and Mr. Kinney were talking about in my backyard right here.
Uh-huh.
So, again, because of everything that I've learned now here in Charlotte, North Carolina, where I'm at, my home base.
Yeah.
This is my music room where I express my art and I express my pain through my music.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
But back there, it's called the Oasis Sanctuary
Always.
for Advanced Health. That's my.
Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. That is beautiful.
So,
yeah.
so back there, I have an ice tub. So we can, anybody that comes to train with me, I have a sauna. I have an ice bath to do ice bath, ice tub. I have an area to do breath work and yoga and jujitsu. And I have an area to do punching bags, stretching, and teaching about all of these esoteric practices. And on top of that, one thing that's very near and dear to my heart, high frequency foods, diet, and the importance of food within.
You guys, this is fantastic. This stuff is very, very insightful. So please, all right, don't be stingy. Share, click on that share button, smash it, because this guy is giving nuggets right now. All right, this is good, productive information for anyone who's suffering from anxiety. So please share this. This is awesome.
Absolutely.
An oasis in your backyard. This is wonderful.
Yeah, and tune out. Anybody check my profiles. I'm always back there training and working out and just, so this is going to be open to the public. It's under a little bit of construction, but next year, summertime, I'm going to be inviting private guests to come and learn about the importance of high frequency food and nutrient dense complex carbs and just all the food that I eat and drink. Just breathing exercises, because I'm a certified meditation coach as well, and I learn about breathing too. I'm also have a diploma in nutrition, so I'm just taking everything that I've learned and been through so I can help and be of service to people.
Giving it to others, you know, and bro, that is powerful, because one of the things that has led me to advocacy myself, all right, is that I felt like if I didn't do what I do right now, all right, that I would be failing, because I have so much to share and I have so much that I've experienced, that if I didn't do what I do now, that I really felt like that I'd be failing God and other people, because I can help people. And so I took action, you know what I'm saying? And that's the theme that I'm hearing from you, is that you're doing something. And oftentimes that's what's missing with people, okay, is that there are many times where we have issues, problems, things that are going wrong, but we don't find resolutions, or we find them, but we don't take action. And your theme from the moment I started an interview with you is action. I'm hearing that time and time again, is just taking action, and I like that.
Yes, sir. Even just a little something small, and that's really what because when you do these type of practices, they compound, they multiply, you know. So one thing that I just programmed into my mind, because I also got very interested in you can actually rewire your brain, you know, like rewire the subconscious mind and grow like new pathways in the brain. And I found that fascinating, because that means if you do that, by doing certain things, you become a better you. You become the best version of yourself. So when I learned,
so good. That is so good.
Yeah,
I gotta have you say that one more time. Say that one more time, please.
You become the best version of yourself. When we learn how to reprogram the subconscious, you become the best version that you were meant to be. So
that is awesome.
When you do, you know, go on into the nether realms, into heaven, you connect back to God, and you fulfilled your mission. You know, it's about fulfilling the mission here on earth. And everything you said, I resonate with that, because that's exactly how I feel. I can't, I have to share my story. It's not even for me. It's for
Right.
people that are going through this stuff, you know, because I've experienced it to the T. So, you know, one thing that we can do is breathe. You could breathe on the dialysis chair. You could breathe in a wheelchair. You could breathe. And that's what I put in my mind. I was like, all right, I might not have the energy to run or walk around the block right now, but I know I can breathe. I know I can breathe.
Yes.
So why not sit in
Right.
and breathe and strengthen up your, again, strengthening the diaphragmatic muscles. That's something that no one talks about really. So definitely share
right,
this.
so-
Yeah, you need to hear it.
All right, brother. So I just had I just shared the link to this YouTube video with my friend, my coworker Andy, and he just tuned in and he just commented here. So I want to please, would you? So that now that he's watching, would you please explain the gentleman who I'm forgetting his name now. The guy that that you learned in
Wim
2010,
Hof.
and yes, Wayne Huff. Yes, yes.
Yeah, Wim, WIMHOF. Yes. So
Yes, Wim Hof. Yes. So Andy, again, this coworker that is now watching and commenting, he practices that same thing, and I love that. I love that. Okay, so
yes, that's
how
it.
how does that make you feel after having practiced, the breathing exercise? How does that make you feel? Does it make you feel more relaxed or?
It's more than relaxed. It makes you look. The literal word for spirit is breath. That's the Latin translation. We get that. That's the key word of spirit. It means breath. So when we breathe, we energize, we energize all of the cells inside of our body, every single cell, and you pump electricity into it. So you're doing so many things. You're strengthening up the immune system. You're raising pH levels in the blood. You know, the CO2 comes, goes down. It's like so much is going on, and the inflammation response is also being triggered. So when you do these type of breathing exercises, is honestly, it's making you more powerful than you know, and it's simple in just the breath. So I feel tremendous. I feel so calm after doing breathing. I feel centered. It's to the point now where if I don't do breathing every day, I feel off. So I have to do it every day, because I also do ice baths and cold showers. That's how I stay so healthy. One of the main reasons why I have the energy that I do, because I don't drink coffee. I literally, when I want energy, I jump into a cold shower or a cold ice bath.
That's so cool.
It will turn you on, dude. It will turn you on. So breathing is the predecessor to that. You want to learn how to breathe, strengthen up the lungs and the body, because another thing that happens is you go from parasympathetic parasympathetic to sympathetic. That basically means the nervous system it's in a fight or flight area. It's like always fight or flight. But when you breathe, bring it to a more like sedative state, where that's where a lot of the meditation and the theta wave states, it really gets into that meditative state where we're able to calm down the monkey mind. I always say when you do breathing, specifically Wim Hof, and you hold your breath for 2-3 minutes at a time, you start to connect with your higher self. Because what's happening now, the mind's not jumping around and thinking about the past, about what I said tomorrow, or like what I'm going to say tomorrow or whatever. It's just here and now, and you're able to hear all of your thoughts so clearly. So I love to say, I heard this from somebody, I can't remember who, they say, when you pray, you're speaking to God. But when you meditate and you do breathing, God talks to you. So that,
it's powerful.
dude, when we really discipline ourselves, you will know what that means. You know what I'm saying? You will know what that means when you do this type of exercises. So yes, Andy knows. Andy knows what's up.
Yeah. My homeboy Andy says cold showers every day.
Cold showers squad. Yes. Yeah. That's how you become a beast, for real.
Yeah. That is some more commonality. I like that. You know, always makes us feel stronger when when we do find common ground and commonalities. That's good. That's good. So, you know, Margaret, thanks for watching. She just put in here awesome information. Margaret, thanks for watching, Margaret. She's an avid follower, and I appreciate your comment, Margaret. And Shane Blanchard from Midwest Kidney Warriors has commented several times. I want to give him a shout out.
Yeah.
Says I'm a DE
I
guy
would say,
myself.
yes, that's awesome. That type of practice is really awesome. There you go, Shane. Yes.
All right. So, so the breathing exercise and Wim Hof and the cold showers, and it sounds like you've also kind of you've done some other things in regards to your eating habits and changing, you know, what you're putting into your body.
Mhm.
Talk or elaborate on that as well.
Absolutely. So again, I was very sick for so long, and I was on the normal thing, the renal diet, trying to follow that diet as closely as I could. But I did horrible on that diet. I was the sickest of my life, and I did not want to keep living like that. So then I found out about, you know, just different things, different diets, being a vegetarian, and then it progressed to being a vegan. So I became a vegan for about 6 months. This was after I went to Hawaii in 2014. I spent 21 days in Hawaii, and that 21 days is I was with this man and this group of people that it helped me to just unveil so many things. I water fasted with structured water with crystals in it. I still wear my crystal till this day. These are the crystals I got in Hawaii. And so that was inside the distilled water. I didn't eat anything for almost 9 days. It was a total of 8 days. I was just drinking distilled water with crystals in it, and it was changing my gut microbiome. I didn't really realize what was going on at the time, but after the 8th day, I felt so clear. I cried like tears that I haven't cried in so long, and I learned so much about diet, about like high frequency food and what that is compared to low frequency food. And so I just became obsessed with this because I started to learn how just toxic a standard American diet is. And most of us eat that, especially if you grew up in
Yes.
America. Most people eat the traditional or the standard American diet, which is honestly, it's riddled with poison that keeps the food good, so the food doesn't go bad. So there's toxic chemicals in that food that's causing the illness that a lot of us are experiencing right now. That's why a lot of doctors don't even know what's happening. They just think that it's genetics or it's IgA or some kind of gut problem, but a lot of it stems from, yes, like hamburgers. You got to
Hamburgers. Yeah.
if you eat, the thing is this, you can eat hamburgers, Shane. You just got to know where it's coming from, because, you know, that's, from my conclusion, I'm telling you, I've changed the diet and I've really focused in on it. And I mean, I'm a living testimony now. I'm not trying to sound cocky or arrogant in any type of way. I'm just saying, you know, we are the creators or the ones destroying our own lives, you know, so we can we can change that, you know. So I mean, you can ask questions, but again, yeah, I just learned about superfoods, high frequency foods, and eating things that are more living, and things like complex carbs, because that really does matter. Fermented foods is another thing for sure.
Yeah, it's so Jonathan Traylor, he's putting here, well done, no medium rare.
And to each his own, you know what I'm saying? If
Right.
you want to live like that, that's cool. I mean, again, I'm just sharing what I've experienced and how low I got, because when it gets dark and you don't want to be here anymore. I mean, dude, look, man, I'm gonna be real with you, Jared. I'm gonna be so real.
Be real.
I got to the point where at one point in time in my life, it was so dark, and I got kicked off of all of my medications because the doctors said that I didn't deserve to be on pain medicine because I'm just a dialysis patient, that I don't experience pain. And I would say that's not true. I don't feel good, and I feel pain in my diaphragm and in my heart, in my chest after treatment always. I didn't know why that was happening. Now I do. So they said, well, we can't help you with that. We're gonna have to cut you off. And I even said, well, can you help me taper me off the medicine? No. So I literally got thrown to the wolves. It was because of edibles, kratom, and breath work that I was able to get off of that. But
Wow.
in the middle of all that, it got so dark for me because I didn't know what to do for a period of time, right? And I went to the streets. Like I knew guys that were in the
Okay.
streets. So at one point in time, I
Mhm.
literally had, because I thought it gave me energy. At that point in time, I didn't know who I was. I felt so
Lost yourself.
sick and so lost. All I wanted to do was be somewhat normal and to feel something. So
Yes.
at one point in time, I'm gonna be real. I had cocaine in one pocket and I had powdered heroin in another pocket. And I
Mhm.
would literally live my life like that, crying. Like I don't know what to do. I don't want to do this, and no one's helping me. I'm in
Right.
pain. I'm stressed. I mean, no one's understanding me. There's at that point in time, I had no support groups. I had nobody. I was by myself. And I remember this is how sad I was. I was crying, man. I was in my
Wow.
room dark, and my mom didn't see me in like 2 weeks. She knew something was wrong, and she was like, "I just want my
Mhm.
son back." And I remember it was like 3 in the morning one time. I go to her room because I was contemplating, ending my life for weeks, man. It was so dark, and I was like, I already pictured how I would do it, man. I didn't want to use like I use a pistol because I didn't. My mom doesn't like guns, and I'm not trying to get too crazy, but this is just where I was at.
Mhm.
So then I decided, man, I'm like, okay, I can't keep feeling like this. I don't want to. I feel tired. Like I'm tired. No one's listening. I'm just tired, and I'm in pain. I'm like, all right, one thing that I know I can do, I could just go to sleep. I could stick myself with my needles, and then I can sit in the bathtub, and then I could turn the hot water on, and then that'll be it. I could just go to sleep, and then that's it.
That
And
was real. That
and that
was
was
real
real.
thoughts.
But I
Mhm.
went to my mom, bro, and dude, I'm like 30 years old. I crawled in her bed like a baby, man. And I cried. I was getting ready for dialysis with my needles in my arm, and I cried I got next to her like in a fetal position, and I cried and I bawled my eyes out. And all I could say was, I don't know what to do, Ma. I don't want to die. I don't
Yeah.
want to die, but no one's
Wow.
helping me. And she cried with me. She cried with me, man. And that was like one of the most realest moments because after that, like I looked at myself, I looked in
Wow.
the mirror just raw. I was naked. I said, I have to say that when I die, if I'm gonna die, I have to tell God, at least I tried. I stopped drinking Coke. I stopped eating the bullshit. I tried,
Mhm.
because if I
Right.
can't say that to myself, then I have no right dying and going to God because I didn't get it. The God honest, what we all know inside. I didn't give it an honest chance. So now that happened, it just again when you hit rock bottom, there's nowhere else to go.
Nowhere else to go.
So, and that's where I'm at, man. And thank you for letting me be open for saying that.
No, thank you for being candid and opening up that, because I know it's not easy, and talking about that may, um, have you remember, certain moments of your life that weren't necessarily your, most favorite moments. And I appreciate and for those reasons I just mentioned, and the fact that you've overcome that, and that you've found a way to move forward. It's inspiring
Thank you, thank you. It means a lot
because,
because I put a lot of work.
I can only imagine because, drug addiction, dark thoughts, wondering why, wondering in your own mind why God is, you know, um, given you these trials, tribulations, things like that. Those are natural things to have in your mind, and right now you've found a way to focus and to channel your energy into more positive and better thoughts, and you're giving people your experience. You're expressing how it's helped you. You're giving people information that has given you a benefit, that's given you a productive life, and I applaud you.
Thank
I,
you.
I I just seriously, it's heartfelt, and I think that doing that is going to help more people, and it's gonna give people a better quality of life. It's gonna upgrade their life, like the theme that I took from your website, which I think is just phenomenal. Is to upgrade your life in such a way, I think is fantastic, and I love your aura. I love the way because you don't have an easy life. Let's not sugarcoat it. You've not had it easy,
No.
but you've overcome so much, and it's inspiring. It is inspiration, and the breathing exercise, I love it. Um, I think it's powerful that you found some things that have helped you with what you've gone through, and to give yourself a better direction. But I just think it's phenomenal that you're becoming a coach for other people that want to hear it, and that want to, that want to hear your story.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's powerful. It is so powerful, Marcelo.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm doing it just for the simple fact that again, it was all for a reason. I didn't experience all those levels of hell just to say that I went through that. And that's for anybody going through something that's difficult.
Yeah.
Finding the good in it and overcoming that, it just makes you more powerful. And there's so many people out here that need you. They need you. And when I heard that, and I really put that into my mind, it was like, okay, this has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do
Yeah,
with me.
it's a bigger picture. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge. So, that's why I'm here, because dude, it changed my life, man. I that's why I share the way that I do, because it's very real. It's very real. And sometimes people want to just think that that's taboo, or we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to relive those memories of, but
Right.
no, there's
Memories. Yeah.
that are, for me, it's rethinking about it and reliving it. But right now, someone might be watching it and they might be living it right now. They might not be able to see tomorrow, so
Hmm.
that's why I'm here.
Right.
Like, nah, man, look, I'm the lighthouse. I am the rope in the
Yeah.
middle of the ocean, and I'm
Yes.
here. You
And
gotta grab on. You gotta grab on. I'm
it's
pulling. Come on, come
it's
on.
it's exactly like that. It's like a beacon.
Yeah.
It's like and you're giving light just like a lighthouse. That's a great concept and analogy. And man, if we can reach, again, man, I just want to take a moment here and just ask people that are watching this live right now, Jonathan, Shane, anybody who's still watching, okay, please share this, because this is inspirational. All right. People need to hear this, that are going through emotional issues, who are going through some dark times, and just flat out want to become a better version of themselves.
Yes.
This is so powerful. So please smash the share button and get this information out to more people, please.
Mhm.
Man, I'm so thankful we've done this. I'm I feel blessed that you came on the Warriors Quest show. Honestly, so much respect,
Absolutely.
and I think that coming together and collaborating tonight, we're going to change some people's lives. And I've in the description of my YouTube video, I've put in your links that so that people can click on those links that I got from your link tree, so that they can find out more information, and of course, um, I want them to connect with you, because I think that would be powerful if we can get more people connected. If we're more united, and then we're just going to become stronger people, if we're more united. We need more
Mhm.
more we need more unification instead of division, right?
Absolutely. It's all love.
Yeah,
It's
it
all
is. Yes.
what it is.
Sometimes we forget that as a nation,
No,
quit. We need to stop pointing fingers and start hugging and embracing people. You know what I mean?
absolutely. And I want to say thank you, Jared. Thank you for, like giving me the opportunity, reaching out. Like this was awesome, and it's sometimes it's hard to compact, 30 years,
Right.
some years, and so there's
And
a
just
lot to talk about.
45,
Yeah.
yeah, 45 minutes to an
I love
hour,
it. You're an amazing host. I love
man.
your energy too, brother. It's an honor that I was able to do this for sure. Anytime, anytime.
All right, man. Well, what I'd like to do is I'm gonna give you just a moment to give it's basically what I call the shout out time. Give your shout outs and then what I'd like to do is also ask you if you would like. I'd love to have you back as a co-host when
Sure.
I interview somebody else. And if you're down, brother, I'd love to have you back. And we can share our energy that we both have and give hope and encouragement if you want if you're down, if you're game.
Absolutely, absolutely. If I'm around, I'm there, dude. I love it. I
All
love
right.
being able to share always, for sure.
Cool. All right. So I'm gonna put you solo and just either whatever you want to do, shout outs, or if you want to give words of encouragement, whatever you like to do, but I'm gonna give you just a moment, all right?
Absolutely, absolutely. So I want to say thank you, everyone that tuned in and just is here to hear my story and my journey. It's far from over. There's so many wonderful things that I'm working on here in the local community, in my local dialysis clinics and my doctor, and just be on the lookout. If anybody has questions or anybody wants to reach out to me, by all means, reach out to Jared. He could connect with me. You can follow me on Instagram, everything, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all platforms. It's Cello Effect, CELOAFFECT. And I'm just excited. I'm excited to keep building, keep sharing. I want to give a shout out to the Holistic Justice League. That's an amazing company that I'm partnered with, as far as, because I'm also a professional network marketer. And it's amazing to be at the position that I'm at with my kidney community and also plugged into an amazing group of just visionaries and leaders that help me, that have helped me along this journey to personal develop myself, giving me the platform and the tools that I need. I just want to shout out to my family, my friends, everybody that I've been connecting and collaborating with. Mr. Kidney is an amazing man who's had my back, and he's put in a great word for me many times. The kidney fighter, Mark Cornell, is also a very amazing friend. I call him a guardian angel of mine. There's so many things that we're working on, and if I'm missing somebody, it's all love. But again, don't think that your dialysis and the situation that you find yourself in now, that's it and that's who you are. You're more powerful. The mind, the spirit is more powerful than we know, and you already know that. That's why you're still here. That's why, you've gotten this far. So it's a matter of cultivating that life force energy, doing the things that is going to help us to raise our frequency by breathing, ice baths, diet, meditation, prayer, all this stuff together. And then once we do that, I'm telling you, you will be a completely different person if you just discipline yourself to take baby steps in that direction, and I just want to be able to, I want people to love themselves. You know how when you see someone, you love them so much, but I want people to feel like that about themselves, so it's all about self-love, self-care, because you're beautiful, man. You're beautiful. And I just feel like there's too many people out here that are full of anxiety, full of depression and stress and inflammation, and they don't feel good about themselves. So we're going to change that. And 2022, 2023, it's just going to keep getting better and bigger and compounding. And, you know, it's going to be your day. It's going to be your time soon. So, yeah, I'm just going to keep sharing. I'm keep living this beautiful life, man, because you know what? We're all going to die. You're not getting out of life alive. So you got to do something today, man. Do something that you feel fulfilled in. And this is it. Being of service to others and loving ourselves. It's all love. So with love, I will leave you on that. I could keep going, but that's it. I appreciate y'all very much. Jared, the Warrior Quest show, and honestly, everyone out there. Thank you for tuning in for sure.
Awesome. Well said, man. Eloquent. Love it. Okay, you hit it out of the ballpark tonight, brother, and I'm so excited that we've done this. Just a great collaboration. We got to do this again. We got to rock this again. I loved it. Just great energy, good vibes. And I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna invite you again to be a co-host. Keep collaborating with Sam Jennings, Mr. Kidney, Jonathan Traylor, anybody else, and let's just continue to give more love, hope, and encouragement, and let's make sure that we're helping people, man. I love it.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much. I'm so excited, man. I really am.
Yeah,
love, brother.
Mad respect, man. Seriously, love what you're doing.
Thank you.
Love it.
Thank you.
I'm gonna learn more about the Wim Hof because my coworker does it. Now you do it. I mean, I'm gonna start looking more into it, brother. Seriously,
it's a sign, brother. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
All right, man. Seriously, thank you very much. I'll hit you up. I'll connect with you very soon about being a co-host. All right.
For sure. I'm here, brother. Got you.
All right. Appreciate it. All right, man. Peace.
Good night, y'all.
Okay. You guys, man, all right, this guy rocked it tonight. All right, Marcelo rocked it. I am just seriously so excited that we've had him on tonight because there's so much going on in the world, but so much going on in people's lives, all right, that have things that have led people having dark thoughts and having sort of negative things. This is the kind of show that can inspire people. All right. It inspired me. And if it inspired you, whether it's on the live broadcast right now or on a replay, please click the share button. All right. Because we want to inspire more people and get more people to get encouraged, to have hope, and to hear more about ways in which they can have better wellness, to upgrade their life, like we talked about. And if you want to do that and hear more about how he does it, I've given the links in the YouTube description and in tonight's broadcast where you can find him and connect with him on Instagram and on his link tree where he has a YouTube channel, Facebook page. And if you'd like to hear more about how he does the breathing exercise, about Wim Hof and other things, the manifestation, or the superfoods, which he expressed and introduced tonight as well, and other things, please get connected with this guy. All right. He's got so much positive energy. There is only positive things that can come from connecting with him. All right. You can find him on TikTok. You can find him on Instagram. Just get connected with this guy and get your life upgraded. All right. Thank you for watching tonight, Jonathan, Shane, Steve Belcher, the lovely Bella Langston. All right. I'm gonna try to get through everybody here because we've had so many good comments. All right, and check out the Kidney Conference tomorrow, 3 Pacific, 5 Central, and 6 Eastern with the Hope with Jonathan. All right, you can check that out. I'm going to put it up here on the screen here. All right, so check out Hope with Jonathan tomorrow. Is it right, Jonathan? Check that out. And again, if you love the show, if you like our content, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so that we can have you not missed anything that we're putting out. All right. Anyway, I'm going to say peace. I'm out because we rocked it tonight. I feel so encouraged. I feel inspired. All right. And okay. He's saying it's with the Second Chance podcast. All right. The guys at Second Chance are doing a phenomenal job. It's the Second Chance. All right. With Philip and Tefiro. So please watch a Second Chance. You can find them on YouTube, Second Chance. All right. So I'm going to say peace. I'm out. You know, I've got love for you all. All right. You know what we do? We give hope, encouragement. So please continue to do that so that we can lift everybody up. Okay. I appreciate your following. I appreciate you clicking share. I appreciate your comments. I appreciate you helping me do this so that we can help and reach and connect with more people and give them a better life. All right, man. Thank you. Peace. I'm out. Where's that outro? I know I got it. Where did I put it? Because I know I've got it. Where did I put that outro? Here we go. Peace. I'm out. Here we go. Peace.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys.